back from another angle. So what is a library? A library is more or less like a Bible or a yellow pages of all the codes that have been developed already in a specific language. So languages like Solidity, they do have a big open source library, or C++. Anybody can invent a language, but if nobody speaks, that's not going to be good. So a dictionary is useful so everybody can use English all over the world. Nobody just, okay, English, upload, and then people start speaking English. People have to go through libraries, or dictionaries. I don't know this word, I don't know how to say this word in English, and then they go to that. So the same happens with libraries. Libraries are by essence something public, and it is the intention of the world to keep them as open as possible and as accessible as possible. So for you to have, for example, a menu, you can have a list of recipes or a list of ingredients of what's in that menu. So for you to, I don't know, let me give a stupid example, but for you to do scrambled eggs in a specific way, you need 3 minutes of heat in this specific pan with this specific kind of fat, let's say butter or olive oil or coconut oil, and then if you mix like this or like that, you have scrambled eggs. So that function will read the recipe on the library. So libraries are something very smart, very intelligent, and a lot of those blockchain projects count on libraries. Very interesting one that I would like to suggest you guys to take a look is NEM. NEM, they didn't create a specific language to interact with the NEM blockchain. If you already have the logic, if you already built something in Excel, in C++, and you already have that code with you, that's something that you developed as a software programmer, you did that yourself, and you just don't want to translate that to Solidity or to JavaScript or to Python and use it somewhere else. You can use your own logic, because the blockchain of NEM allows you to develop programs in their interface with C++. So sometimes blockchains differ in the language that they use. Again, there is no better or worse language. The libraries are necessarily going to be on the open source, and I plan to talk to someone from NEM to be discussing exactly how this translation happens, because sometimes you build something in JavaScript, but it will be more useful if it's implemented or compiled in C++. Then you need that bridge, that gap, that translator that says, okay, in JavaScript, to do a page, you do this function. In C++, to do a page, you do that function. So they just translate that line of code into another line of code that will be readable and understandable and probably programmable in a different way. So that's it about libraries.